Hello and welcome to the BeegBoteBBQ. This is a tournament that is meant to celebrate the summer and also the release of flamethrowers and fire damage. Basically, everyone was given a couple months running up to the release of fire weapons to put together a team or a single bot. Limit was around 133k materials. Aside from that, it was explosive or incendiary damage only. The other small requirement made was to make the boats at least slightly walkable. So we're going to have a couple quick tours and probably an aesthetics round, and additionally we've got a bunch of other goofy little rounds going up, including this first round of recording, which was a boss music showdown where different teams are going to be facing off against the crossbones to see who can get the quickest kill with the most health remaining. The two team captains were Mew and myself. I'd wanted two people, but everyone called not it except for Mew, so I forced him to pick a team, and I picked the other one. On Mew's team, we had Solid Pickle's entry, the Unsinkable, which is kind of a modern-ish frigate U-boat look, has some dual-purpose Sea-Whiz, lots of incendiary. Basically, it's an incendiary HE sandblaster, which is pretty fun. We have Mew's capital ship, the Vanna. It's been re-outfitted with flamethrowers and given a little bit of TLC. It was very slow before. I made it much faster. So that it can get to people with the flamethrowers, because it would be a waste not to use these beautiful things. We have Cringe's second entry, the Diabolical Conclusion. Just kind of an overall nice looking ship with a little derpy smiley frog face. Good mix of missiles and decent size APS. We have Dev, who I think retrofitted some older craft that they had, just kind of for fun. They're hydrofoils, flamethrowers. This one has some decent sized torpedoes on it, and he's got a little Corvette just for backup. It was also very slow. I helped. And then we have my second submission, which is the party dressed Mega Hover Fonk Tonk. Big incendiary doom cram, little bit of dual purpose Sea-Whiz, and just a tiny little secondary cram because I wanted to have a second sombrero, and this one's clearly the cooler. And the ducky. It's a little rubber duck with a KV2 on its back, a dual purpose Sea-Whiz. Because it's so big, it's almost entirely glass and stone. So that's Mew's team, and the second team, Mew got all the multiple entries, so he has a lot going on. Second team is my first submission, Sauron's Birthday Cake, which is basically the new underpowered fire laser and missiles with a little bit of Sea-Whiz in the form of plasma. It's just kind of a fun build. Again, you can see it's paper-thin armor, mostly alloy, glass, and wood, which, you know, not the best idea in a fire tournament. Angry Chicken from Clash, which is self-explanatory, very fun, lots of dual-purpose Sea-Whiz, some missiles. His second entry, to kind of fill in the gap a little bit, just kind of a nice little hover with a decent bit of APS firepower. There were a lot of names to remember. Abyss, that's right. This one needed a little bit of love. The crams got reworked. It needed me to give it some very quick and crappy looking detection towers because it didn't have any. It also got some torpedoes in the back just to help fill out the budget. Some extra redundancy here and there, some extra hydrofoils to help it balance out. But honestly, cool shape, fun submission, love big cram boats. Speaking of which, we have Wesret's and Fair, which is just big cram boat with some plasma of its own, their charge plasma, which is very fun. I don't know if they do dual purpose Sea-Whiz. Probably find out throughout the tournament. Nice looking, just a nice looking boat. Very nice. I love the torpedo bulges on it. And then Cringe's first entry, which was the March. Big, HE, very cool, very, very thoroughly done. Interiors. Apparently he found a deposit of like really cool prefabs to use for the deco, which is handy as heck. All right, and that was the team that I was captaining up against the Crossbones, and we'll basically be competing to see who gets the combination of the best time weighted against 1 point and the most amount of remaining health against 1 point. That ought to fix the DQ points. Huh. So it's actually mostly the missiles from Cringe's craft that are getting in. The Crossbones seems to have enough Sea-Wiz. Okay, and your missiles are getting into actually, Mew, from the Vanna. But the Crossbones seems to have enough Sea-Wiz to stop your crams for the most part. The frigate AI deaded. Frigate revived. I wonder, did it get hit with? I did not see. You got all the flamethrowers on your team. That's kind of not fair. Also, it took that hit. The Vanna took that hit remarkably well. Looks like the Corvette is... Oh, it got run over and sunk. I see. Apparently, Dev has problems with people not playing nice. And the Mega Hover seems to have problems with needing to avoid enemy and ally craft. Huh. I'm amazed that the Crossbone is hitting it with anything. Much less crams. It... How is it hitting it? Wow. I mean, the Crossbones is just bones at this point. It's gone. It's dead. Now you're setting Dev on fire. Excellent. Okay. That was an absolute mess. First volley goes to Cringe's craft. Ow, ripping 15% off of it immediately. Again, the Vanna closes remarkably quickly and is immediately able to start setting it up. But it looks like the rear flamethrower got taken out. It's unfortunate. Looks like one of Dev's frigates, oof, got hammered. This one is... Did it take damage? I mean, it just took damage. Yes, it actually lost most of the hydrofoils on this side. And now it's balanced out. Perfect. How about that? Yeah, now it's running great. Although, I think the flamethrower on it's dead. So no supporting flamethrowers. It looks as if you may... No, you've got good engine power left on the van. Oh, ow, damn. We got a cut on Pickle's boat. It took the whole rear of the craft off. Wild. This was the frigate that managed to right itself, I think. Not going to be around too much longer. The Mega Hover lost all of its upwards propulsion because somehow the crossbones can hit it. This round's actually not going as well as the first. I mean, there's a lot of fires. So there's still a good chance that this thing just dies. The Vanna being fast as fuck. It cannot be contained. Oh. It's AI dead. Damn, okay. The, Diabolical Conclusion's about to get cut, too. Wow, we're having a lot of cuts. Oh no, the little Corvette. Oh, it doesn't have any engine power left. Oh yeah, its engine got blown up. Look at that. So, Pickle and the duck. Oh, the duck has been decrammed. It has been very decrammed. In fact, it's been just about everything. It only has the little APS in the front left. Hey, but it's gone. No moss crossbones. Probably partially from burning up. So we've got 351 and 38.1. Somehow, despite the fact that there were fewer team casualties and way less friendly fire, that just went way worse. The fishcraft immediately taking fire. Uh-oh. He has turret issues. Well, that'll have to be resolved at some point. Interesting. Ouch. The March immediately took a ton of fire. And is still taking quite a lot of flak. The March seems very content to just sit there and strafe pretty heavy. Oof. I think fish went engine dead. Yes. Both props no longer spinning. Roll props Just cannot. The Enfair also seems to be engine dead. The birthday cake seems to be very unconcerned about this. Sir. Sir. Gentle nudge. I believe that was the Abyss getting DQ'd. In the only appropriate way for From the Depths to DQ anything, a nuke. This game is just unhinged, so disqualification should be no different. But just, just nudging you out of the way. Just, sir, sir, sir. The aircraft are doing really well so far, honestly.
No, wait, if the birthday cake is actually ingenious.
The birthday cakes.
It's making my functional guns face the.
Yeah, it helped out actually. Yeah, it got you on broadside. It's
Thank
all.
you, Cake.
Yeah, it's all that you needed. Some mild yaw adjustment. Figured it'd help out. The crossbones crams are definitely big enough to get through the small amount of munitions defense I have. The march seems to be getting focused now, and it's, God, it's getting chunked away pretty good. Still alive. The gun is still alive. I think it's falling, though. Yeah. Now, the real question, does it float? Oh, crossbones is dead. Answer to, does the march float? Yes, kind of. Definitely a slower time to kill. There were, I don't know, it did end up a little bit skewed where Mew ended up getting most of the smaller ones, and yeah, I think that not having flamethrowers against the crossbones is a serious liability. Those flamethrowers seem fantastic. We do have a lot of HE firepower though, like, we got a lot of high explosive between yours and Fish's big cram boats, like, and also the march is just sitting up there.
Oh no, that is. I think I'm going to get destroyed.
No, it's not. It's not even looking at you.
Good.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that. Okay.
You say.
Now it's looking at you. Okay, it shot at like the very rear block, and then it lost interest. I'm surprised the march isn't just burrowing through its turret caps and disabling guns. Woo. Hey, you're still good. You're still mobile. Look at that. The stone armor held up.
Thanks to the villagers. Oh.
Okay, you're still fine. You're just moving faster. That's... The march is doing the thing Cringe wants it to do, which is sit over top of things and shoot.
I mean, the crossbone went under it.
I mean, yes. The crossbones is driving directly underneath it. And I think the march just can't... You can see it's trying to, like, back up and keep a distance, but it can't. The crossbones is too fast. Oh, no. I think you lost your steering. I think you're going to leave. Bye.
Yeah, we're getting to the dock to repair the ship.
I mean, sometimes it helps. The angry chicken still looking pretty. Oh my god, the abyss lost all of its firepower. You know, actually, yeah, I can see that. Oh, there go the DQ points. You successfully left the combat arena. Sauron still
Yeah,
just
I
doing.
only have a radar for your movement. I don't
Yeah,
have
we may need to put a rudder up front.
Yeah, but that isn't realistic.
No, it's not, but it is good to have backups. I mean, it's definitely still burning up. Oh, it looks like it might have so few crams online that I can... Yes, I can actually stop its crams. No more damage for you. Although, after the Enfair went for a walk, we are now beneath the health total we had last round. No, not the chicken! The chicken managed to avoid all serious damage. And the crossbones is dead. We completely burned this side off, and this side looks... Well, okay, it did look fine. Ish. It looked better than this side.